Um, Today's kind of rant is kind of serious. A couple years back, I did some pretty bad things, and because of those bad things, the punishments from them were severe, but it felt like it was much worse than it was. Really, I mean, it wasn't that bad. The punishments weren't that bad. It's just the fact that I was lonely. The loneliness, the enclosure, the self-loathing I got from everyone that, I felt like no one really liked me. So I contemplated suicide for a while. And finally I had thought about, my dad and my mom and my little sister. She's 2 years younger than I am. And, well, my parents split when I was 5. So, I mean, they aren't together, but I figured they'd still come together, if ever, off to myself. You know, I'm sure my sister would miss me. I mean, she can be a colossal bitch at times, but I love her, and I know she loves me. So, and I know I have a bunch of friends out there, and, I love you guys too, but, um, this rant's basically gonna be on about suicide. Um, I may not be the excellent, don't do this, don't do that. If it's your only way to go, and you feel like you have no other option, I'm not saying do it, but I'm saying think about it. There has to be someone in your life that cares about you more than you. I mean, I know there are people that care about me. So, I mean, they just sometimes I feel lonely, but then I realize it's all because of my fault. Because I just stay up in my room and read all summer. It's not until 2 months ago when I actually started getting out and hanging with my friends. Skating around. Matter of fact, I just got back from the Lawton skate park here in Indiana, in Fort Wayne. All day skating, making videos and stuff. So, it's your life. Don't let anyone tell you what to do with your own life. Yeah, you can end it, but is that really what you want? I mean, it may be, it may not. I'm not saying go ahead and hang yourself, but I'm not saying don't do it. Because ultimately it's your choice. I want to stop you from doing it. I'm a human being. I want to stop you from harming yourself. I want to help. And if you guys ever need me, I'm here. But I figured this one thing that just got to me today. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I was just on Yahoo Questions and I was just flipping through them. And it said, um, the question was, what are some of the methods of suicide? And the first two were kind of logical, blah blah blah. Kill yourself, hang yourself, poison, jump off a bridge, jump off a building, drown yourself, yada yada yada. And those are some of the obvious clues. And then there's this girl or guy, I don't know who it is. It is. Did I delete it? No. It is Caleb. Doesn't have a picture, just says Caleb. And Caleb put, yeah, sorry, I just excited of him. Caleb put, if you kill yourself, you will go to hell. YouTube Tamara Larox. Instead, turn to Jesus Christ, pray, and read the Bible. Then you'll have eternal life in heaven and a reason to live. Book of John. And I'm like, for some reason that irks me. More ways than one. They act like the Bible is a safe guardian. Like, we will save you. I haven't read the Bible except for one time. and it was like halfway, and it didn't make any sense to me. So I'm not gonna preach about religion. I'm just saying how wrong that is. Guy asked a simple question. Don't bring religion into it. If he wanted religion to it, he would have asked you. I'm sure everyone knows suicide is a bad thing. It's maybe a good thing, you know. My dad has cancer. He's going through chemo right now. He wishes every day probably he could just die. It's that bad. And I don't doubt it for a second. If he could, I'd probably think he would just off himself. If he didn't have responsibilities in life and everyone else to worry about. You know? I mean, I kind of understand what he's going through. But that right there just kind of irks me. Maybe it's me. Maybe I don't understand the Bible. I'm an atheist. I refuse to believe in a God, to to believe in a higher power than myself. It doesn't work that way. I tell you, a man created the sun, the skies, and everything else that we see and breathe and hear in 7 days, and you believe it. I tell you the wall's wet, or the paint's wet on the wall, and you have to touch it to believe me. There's no logic but blind faith in those who I'm bashing it. I'm bashing religion, but at the same time I'm not. You know, because I'm not here to start a religious rant. I'm just saying how wrong that was. That's saying the Bible will save you and how you will go to hell and burn into a fiery abyss of eternal damnation. And I'm thinking, no, that's not how it works. You know? Alright? You kill yourself. Your soul is gonna go where? Yeah, your body's gonna be going to hell, but where's your soul gonna be? Well, the perfect angel. What if a priest kills himself? What then? Is a priest gonna go to hell? No, he'll go to heaven. He's a priest. He's a minister of God. Or he's a believer in God. I think is what my friend said. And, it's just, there's so many things wrong with that answer to me. It irks me in ways can't describe. You know, they're saying what if that person had problems? Huh? What if their parents were splitting up? What if she just lost the love of her life? Or what if their boyfriend broke up with them? Or what if it was something, everyday stuff that happens to us? What if her mom died? What if her dad died? What if his mom died? I don't know who it is. It's just said anonymous, so it could be a guy or a girl. But, what if it's something the Bible can't fix? I break my leg. I pray to God. God, heal this leg for me and please help me on my passage to healing. Nothing gets done. You put me in a cast, and for 6 months, and the bones regrow back together. They reform. That's not, God didn't do that. It's medical. That's body. That's natural. That's scientific. That can be proven. You put all your blind faith in this one leather book instead of seeing what's around it. I mean, my mom is very Christian, she explains, but yet she's married and her fucking ex-husband, no less. But then again, I mean, my mom's married, but the guy's moved out. So, I mean, I don't know how that works. I mean, she says she's Christian. She hasn't gone to church in 2 weeks. I don't know. But, I mean, my mom's a hardcore Christian. My sister thinks she's a hardcore Christian. I don't see it in her. I mean, one day she's all nice and everything and Christian-y and smiley. The next she's gonna call us a bitch to everyone. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that people put too much stock in something that it could fall from right under their feet and they wouldn't even know it. They don't know. I mean, fuck, if someone said that to me, I'd just kill myself straight up. I would. I'm not worried about some goddamn book and if I'm going to hell or not. I'm worried about my problems and how to fix them. I know I'm probably taking this too far, but what if? You know, this guy, this guy probably asked it for a project, for health or something. Like, what are the methods of killing yourself? A, B, or C, or whatever. It's something for school or a project, maybe. But or a bet, maybe. I don't know. It's probably not. Nine times out of 10, it's probably not so they can go home and try it on themselves. It's probably just for whatever research or whatever. And I know that sounds kind of stupid, but it's logical. Logic can never fail if you use it correctly. I'm sure this guy is gonna go home and sit down and be like, blah 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 blah. Here are some of the ways to kill yourself, or to commit suicide: hanging, poison, drowning, falling off a bridge, yada yada yada. I'm sure that's what he's gonna do. He's not gonna try this at home. And if by some chance he does, all I can say is, think before, you act. My dad's pounded that into my head forever. You know, I mean, if you really don't want to go on living with your life anymore, it's your choice. I'll try and stop you. I'm here to help. But it's your life ultimately. I can't tell you what to do. No one can tell you what to do but you. And that's kind of some of the things I've learned. You know, and I'm sitting here. I'm, my birthday's coming up in 2 months, and I'm wanting this. I'm wanting that, and all I'm really hoping for is to see my girlfriend. I mean, that's really all I want. She's going to fucking Texas for a month for some mission trip, and I won't be able to see her for 2 months, and it's already summer break. So the maximum, and she lives a long ways away. So I'll maybe get to see her maybe once. I have this whole summer, and that's all I'm hoping for is just that one chance to see her, to hold her. So I mean, if you want to go ahead and off yourself, I'm sure you can think of plenty of ways. But I mean, is that really what you want? I wouldn't. I mean, when I was thinking it, I was just so lonely. I'd go to school, I'd get bullied because I was so skinny, and I was the runt. That was my thing. I was the runt. I have everyone else. I have everyone around me. I was the runt. I was the kid with the weird eye. I was the kid. I was the kid that talked funny. So, I mean, and from then my home life wasn't much better. My dad was either constantly at work or berating me about my grades. My stepmom was always, either at work or berating me about my grades. Seemed like wherever I turned, couldn't do anything right. Then I made a friend here, friend there, friend here, friend there. And the more I laughed and smiled, the more things started to brighten up. Made me feel like I was part of something. And now I go out every day, grab my skateboard, and I skate with my best friends. I mean, it's crazy.